What is going on, everybody? So if you're here because you're gonna watch a video called 3 Money Mistakes That All Men Make. Now, I originally recorded this video for my good buddy Antonio over at Real Men, Real Style. But when Antonio asked me to do this video, he said, Jeff, just keep it short and concise, 4 to 6 minutes. Well, I'm a little long-winded, so the video that I gave him was more like 12 minutes. My bad. Sorry, Antonio. So he did cut it down, but I thought it was a good video and I wanted to share that with you here. So this is the video in its full entirety. Now, a few things about this video. One, you're gonna notice that I get really close, and I don't know why that happens, but I was actually using a new lens then. I didn't quite figure it out. I got that figured out. The second thing is that you're gonna notice something funky with my eyes going on. So that's my ring light that I'm still trying to learn. So that's what's going on with this video. I just wanna prepare you for what you're getting ready to check out. But I know you're gonna like it, so here is the video. Enjoy. Men, I got some bad news for you. You're stupid with your money. How do I know that? Because I'm a man. And not just because I'm a man, because I've been a financial planner for over 15 years, and I see the stupid mistakes that men make over and over again with their money. But don't worry, I am no exception to the rule, because even though I am a financial planner, I've made some pretty dumb mistakes with my money too. I've made so many mistakes with my money that I can't even count them all. 1, 2, 4, whoops. But you can't fix these mistakes if you don't know what mistakes you're making. There has to be some sort of self-awareness. That's why today I want to share the 3 worst money mistakes that men are making and how you can fix them. All right, really quick about me. I'm Jeff Rose. I'm a certified financial planner. I have a blog at goodfinancialsense.com and a YouTube channel. And one of my missions in life is to teach others how to take charge of their life financially. And even though as a financial planner, I've made tons of money and investment mistakes, and I'm not afraid to admit it. But the one thing that I'm proud about all of these mistakes is that I've learned from them. I recognize that, guess what? I'm not perfect. I'm not even close. But I'm relentless on learning from my mistakes and making sure that I don't do them again. And I also want to make sure that as a man, you're not making these same mistakes too. So let's find out what these top 3 mistakes are. So the number 1 mistake that I see that men make is they don't invest. It's reported that between 60 to 70% of men don't invest. Now, you might do a good job of savings, but sticking that money in a mattress or a savings account that's making no money doesn't do anything for you. As they say, if you want to make money, you have to invest your money. So I know what you're thinking. I'm a financial planner, so I'm gonna say you need to invest in the stock market. But guess what? Yes, that is an option. But if you are in the US or overseas and you don't want to invest in the stock market because you're too scared or you just don't have the right information yet, that's okay. There are other ways to invest in yourself. Here are 5 ways that you can invest that don't involve the stock market. Number 1 is personal coaching. Now with personal coaching, this could be one-on-one coaching, this could be group coaching. There are many forms of coaching, and there are many different types of coaches. You could have a career coach, a business coach, a personal coach, a life coach. There are many kinds of coaches. It just really depends on what are you trying to achieve. One of the first coaches that I hired was a business coach. And at the time, this was a lot of money that I just could not believe that I was going to spend. And my wife could not believe it either. She was freaking out. But I was at a point in my business where I knew I needed to do something. Plus, when I talked to other successful entrepreneurs and businessmen, one of the things they had in common was that they had all hired a business coach. Initially, I was a skeptic, but at the end, I was a believer. Another investment could be attending a conference. Is there a conference in your industry or your niche that you're interested in and just want to network and meet new people? Whenever I started my online business, I attended almost every single conference that I could because I wanted to make those strategic connections. And funny enough, that's how I met Antonio when we both attended Blog World in Las Vegas over 5 years ago. Had I never attended that conference, I never would have met him and I wouldn't be here today. What up, Antonio? One of the conferences that I attend every single year is FinCon, which is the Financial Blogger Conference. I'm able to network with other personal finance bloggers and other established authors such as my mentor, David Bach. While FinCon may not be your conference to attend, there's another amazing conference called StyleCon. Have you heard it? Have you bought your ticket yet? What are you waiting for? All right, the third investment that you can make that's not gonna cost you too much money, but it better cost you something unless you're just that cheap, but taking a mentor to lunch. Is there somebody locally that you want to get to know, get to connect with? If so, offer to take them somewhere special so that you can get that quality one-on-one time. Most successful entrepreneurs, they want to help, they want to give back, but emailing them or calling and asking to pick their brain is not going to get you anywhere, and actually it's going to annoy them, so don't do that. Please, please don't do that. Offer to take them to lunch and try to find out what are some of their interests. Maybe have some passions or some charities that they're heavily involved in. Any way that you can provide value prior to that lunch meeting is going to only make it that much better for you and to build that relationship with that mentor that you want to connect on a deeper level with. Number 4 is one that I don't believe that men don't do more of this, but an easy and cheap investment that you can make is reading books. Are you reading books? What's the last book that you've read? I'm amazed when I discover that people just don't read anymore. Now, I appreciate that you're watching these YouTube videos and you're learning a lot. And trust me, as creators, we appreciate it. And you're gonna get something out of these videos, but you're going to get so much more by reading books. So how do I know that? How do I know that reading books is gonna make that much of a difference in your life? Well, check this out. It's estimated on average that CEOs, especially high-level CEOs, read 100 books per year. How many books have you read in the past year? I bet it's not over 100. Bill Gates reads on average 1 book per week to over 50 books per year. Mark Cuban dedicates 3 hours per day on reading. Mark Zuckerberg reads 1 to 2 books every single month. Do you see the common thread here? These highly successful entrepreneurs, these highly successful businessmen are committed to reading on a consistent basis. So whether that's reading an old-fashioned paperback book, reading one on your Amazon Kindle or iPad, or listening to Audible as you're driving, either way, make sure that you are committed to reading 1 book, and I would challenge you to read 1 new book a month. All right, the 5th thing that you can invest into is online courses. And most people, when they hear online courses, they just think, that's stupid. Why would I do that? Now, let me tell you, there are a lot of online courses out there that are just pure nonsense. They're crap. They don't offer any value. But with the right creator that has the right message to share, especially on what you're trying to accomplish, then that online course might be the best investment that you've made. In the last 6 months, I've invested over $5,500 on 2 courses. One of them was $3,500. But here's the cool thing. I made my money back in less than 30 days. That $3,500 investment, I made it back in a month. And everything since then has been pure profit. All right, the second thing that men do that is stupid with their money is they use it to impress others, especially women. Do you know it's reported that men spend on average $50 to $100 a week on alcohol? Now, I'm all about having a good time, but to spend that much on alcohol, really, men, really?
We're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
Now, I know you've been there where you're out with a group of friends and there's some nice ladies that you're trying to impress. So when everybody's ordering drinks, you're like, next round's on me. Next thing you know, you just dropped $100 buying drinks for maybe some coworkers that you really don't like and some ladies that you're probably never going to talk to again. It's kind of sad. So please don't do that. Another stupid money mistake I see is with men, especially with car payments. In the US, it's reported that the average car payment is $479 per month. $479 for a car payment? Who in the world are we trying to impress? Why would we not invest that money? Why would we not take that money and put it into something more useful than a stupid car payment? Another money mistake I see is buying clothes that you can't afford. Now, I'm all about looking good, and I think we all know somebody else that is too. But that doesn't mean that we have to buy clothes that is out of our budget. Take advantage of discount retailers, or anytime Antonio has an awesome coupon, take advantage of that. But don't blow your money on Gucci when you can't afford Gucci. Plus, who wears Gucci anywhere? Do guys still wear Gucci? But here's the funny thing. Most of the time, men are spending their money on these things because they want to impress women. Because we all want to pick up chicks. Unless we're married. We're not picking up chicks if we're married. But a study reported by Men's Health showed that women find the hottest men who are smart spenders. 70% of women find men hot who spend smart. So stop spending dumb. All right, the third mistake that men make with their money, and men, listen up because this is a big one. They let money define who they are. We all fall into that trap of looking at what somebody else drives, where they live, the clothes that they wear, the shoes that they have on, the watch that they have on their wrist. And we look at these things and we compare it to what we have, or more importantly, what we don't have. We compare ourselves to them based on the things that they have, and because we don't have those things, we feel inferior. We immediately conclude because we don't have that watch, because we don't have that car, because we don't live in that house, that we're not good enough, that we haven't achieved the amount of success that we're capable of. And let me tell you what, that's bullshit. Listen to me right now. Money does not define who you are. Let me repeat that. Money does not define who you are. One of my favorite quotes from Steve Jobs is, "My favorite things in life don't cost any money." It's not about things. It's not about possessions. It's about relationships. It's about your friends. It's about your family. It's about the things that you have achieved, the things that you do have. One of the worst mistakes that we men make is that we compare ourselves to others. But here's the thing. You can't compare yourself about the things that you know about yourself to the things that you don't know about that other person. You don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know if the things that they have are all bought on credit, or if they're hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, or if they have a failed marriage. So don't compare yourself to those things. They're just things. If you want to feel rich, add up all the things that you have in your life that money can't buy. It could be your family, your spouse, your kids. It could be the experiences you had by taking trips, or the things that you've accomplished in your career. And while these are things that money can't buy, they do define who you are. Men, I want to challenge you today. Are you where you want to be with your money? Are you where you want to be with your financial life? If the answer is no, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to change? The challenge is to identify one change, one thing that you want to do in your financial life to improve it. What is that one thing? What is that one change that you know that you need to make today? Whatever that one thing is, I want you to share it in the comments below. Because guess what? Myself and the Real Men, Real Style community is going to hold you accountable. We're going to help you achieve whatever is that one thing that you need to achieve the amount of financial success that you want. Let's see if you're man enough to find out what that one change that you need to make, and even more so, share in the comments below. Antonio, I want to thank you for letting me share my message to your community. Peace.